Spincast Cycling Show. Brian Kellison, Brian White, and Lisa Vries not on a boat. Casey's not on a boat.
It's in a trailer. RV or something.
RV trailer, doing some farm thing or looking at what a farm used to look like. 2 weeks off. We had Father's Day, and now we're back. I was in New York all week for work. I brought my pedals. I brought my shoes. I brought my kit. I didn't ride at all, except for the city bike through, what was it, Central Park again. But I found real cyclists, because I don't look like a real cyclist when I'm on the city bike. And they have group rides. So if I have to go back for work, I'm going to start trying to find a way I can get a bike out there, because you can't rent like a real road bike. Like nobody wants to rent nobody wants to rent real road bikes, because most tourists don't really know how to ride a real road bike, and they cross chains and they damage things. It's easier to just have them rent like a beater hybrid, and then they don't have to spend a lot of time fixing it when it comes back. But I might just figure out a way to take my bike with me so I can do group rides, or just keep riding the city bike, which I enjoy. There's some serious hills or rolling hills in Central Park. So some of those little rollers that we get in the virtual world, there's probably a couple virtual, aside from Swift, there's other Central Park stuff, right? Maybe. It's good. The heat and the humidity, not so good. So Brian says it's 85 degrees. He's not outside with his dog or whatever you were doing 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. It was 70 and very low humidity. Very nice. Today, I don't know what it is right now, but last I was outside about 4 o'clock, it was 95 with about 70% humidity. So
I can do fine.
You have fireflies where you live?
Yeah.
Yeah. You catch them.
Yeah.
And let them go because you're nice.
Total side note, there's something affecting the firefly, the lightning bug population, like their natural habitat, and they supposedly our generation will be the last ones to see them because they are going to extinct.
Oh,
well, that's a shame.
Side note.
Fantastic. Yeah. Is that just natural selection, or is it environmentally we're doing something to the environment? Do we want to get into the environmental conversation? Kind of both?
I think it's kind of both. Yeah.
Kind of both?
Yeah.
Man-made and natural. Okay, got it. All right. Climate change, as we call it. So we're going to get into Rouvy. I haven't been on Rouvy in a while, but the big price increase, which we heard all through the Discord channel, is Lee and Brian and Casey were filling me in, and I tuned it out in about 5 seconds because I'm like, I don't care. Raise the price if you're offering a good service, and they're offering a good service. So we're going to get into the details, and I'm not going to complain about it. I just want to get the sort of like frustration from people that, any price increase for a service is detrimental. And I don't think it's going to be detrimental, because the way that Lee's going to break it down here for us.
Well, it's interesting because social media, everyone's mad. And I think people are madder than when Zift raised prices. So the Rouvy price increase is basically exactly the same as Zwift. So Zwift and Rouvy, their monthly subscription is exactly the same. Now, what
did it go from, and what is it now?
It went from like $14.99 a month to $19.99 a month.
Okay.
If you're in the US.
US, yeah.
So for example, like
here.
I'm sharing on the screen here, a single yearly was $149 and it went to $179. Okay. So now Rouvy's $19.99. But I think what happened was Rouvy has always been quite a bit less, especially when you bought the yearly subscription. Like it's $19.99, but when you bought the yearly, it was like $12. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people left Zwift when Zwift raised their prices to go to Rouvy, and now they're like, it's the same.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh my gosh. But people are ticked. Like which is funny because like if you go on the Rouvy Facebook page or like the Rouvy group Facebook page, every hour someone's posting something about the price going up. And it's like, dudes, why do you need to post every hour like a different person? There's already 97 posts about the price going up. But Rouvy does something that a lot of other cycling apps don't do. One, loyalty discounts. The longer you ride in Rouvy, the more discount you get. I think I'm up to 18% after 2 years. After 4 years, it's 28%. So that mitigates
time spent actually offers you a discount.
Yes.
A monetary discount, right?
Yes.
Not like a in-game bonus or anything. This is actually like it's a cheaper.
So
it's a cheaper cost. It's a lower cost.
Because of this, so Rouvy was giving everyone till the price goes up to July 15th. So you can actually lock in the lower price if you lock in like a yearly subscription.
Oh, hold on a second. So you didn't need to fill your group as fast as you probably thought you needed to fill in your group of like, hey,
no,
I
I
need
didn't
people.
need to fill in the group.
Yeah.
It filled really fast.
But you couldn't hold a spot for someone. Couldn't hold a spot for someone.
There was a waiting list.
Waiting list. Okay, let's fill in the audience here.
It was like if you put something for free on Facebook, there was like next.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yes.
there's reservations for this group. Let's say somebody that you might know.
So I think
on a personal level.
Yeah.
Hey, let's see if we can fit you into the group, so we can get into the group purchase thing. Because you're already a subscriber, but we'll roll you into the group thing. And you posted in a Discord channel. And I just curious, Lee, what's your time frame of allowing people to respond back?
Well,
is it first come, first serve?
Totally first come, first serve.
Okay. All right.
I didn't say that because it wasn't like a Facebook marketplace.
You didn't preface
post.
it by that. It was it was in a private channel. Yeah, it was in a private channel.
I think we need to go back even further than this though, because I've been riding, full time on Rouvy since September.
Yeah.
And I've probably posted maybe a dozen times on various Discord channels of, hey, did you guys know that Rouvy offers group? Maybe we should get a group together.
Right.
I've seen that.
With nothing.
Yeah.
And then a month later, I'll be like, hey, do you know Rouvy offers group things? Maybe we should get a group together. Anyone interested?
Okay.
Crickets.
So who on this show, check me if I'm wrong, there's 4 people on this show. How many people actually ride Rouvy on this show?
Me, you, and Casey.
Yeah. And who's in the group and who's not in the group?
Not just you.
Just me. Because I didn't respond in time. I responded, like 4 hours later?
No, it was like a day.
Was it a day later? Okay, I was traveling for work. And I was like, I was at work traveling.
See, sometimes I forget though. I'm on my computer all day long with what I do for a job. And so I am a notorious instant Discord text message responder. Okay. If you put something on Discord, I'm like, oh my gosh, someone's finally responded. So I'm usually very quick. And so if someone doesn't respond within, say, 6 hours, I'm like, they're out.
Okay. The 6 hour buffer is the...
But what was interesting, though, is when I did create this group, I had an overwhelming response because I guess no one really wants to do any work.
The fear of missing out.
Yeah. I had some diehard Zwifters who I thought would never, ever leave Zwift go, I'm in. Because you know what? The monthly subscription for a 5-person group at the lower rate and my 18% discount works out to $5.22 a person per month.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
It's good to know. It's good to know.
That's cheap.
I'm on my own.
And
I'm on my own island over here.
Based on the yearly rate that it's moving up to, it's like $8.30 what it moves to next year.
So is this a value? Is this worth it? Let's talk about
what's funny is
it.
because there's so much complaining on Facebook. I finally had to put a post be like, there is hundreds of people complaining. Why don't you guys create a Facebook group called Rouvy 5-person groups?
Yeah.
And but see what happens is, I guess part of the issue is one person has to run the group.
Yeah. So you have to get the money out of people. You get the money out of people.
So I had to upfront the entire yearly cost for the 5-person group and then hope that friends didn't flake out and not pay me.
When you have people flaking out, can I be first in line to be
100%.
asked again? Okay.
You're first in line.
All right, thanks.
Because that's actually, you can remove people from the groups if they so choose, and the group pausing works the same. Like if I choose to pause, then you guys don't get to play. But Rouvy setup is so
that's what we're talking about.
seamless.
The value of this. Like, this is a price increase after they released a bunch of stuff. They updated the HUD. They improved the playback of the video. They've done a bunch of stuff. I mean, we could probably find the was it like a month ago, it seemed like, a release.
In the
big
last
release.
year and a half, they've done a ton.
Yeah. And I think this is value right now. It's like, I think it's undervalued.
Well, and then
for
what
what they
happens
offer.
is, like, I had a full paid year membership that I had about 7 months left. They gave me full credit back for my unused months. And then when I opened up a group, they gave me a link. I sent that link to the people that joined. They clicked the link. Like, Casey still had, I think, like 5 days left in his month. And when he clicked the link, they gave him $3.70 credit because he joined my group.
Yeah. They must have a really good
unused.
algorithm that's like, hey, this is sort of credit back to allow people to move around. Yeah.
And I mean, I know, like, everyone hates price increases. I hate price increases. I wish they never increased prices. When Zift increased their price, I was like, oh my gosh. And, I was one of those people. I mean, I understand
we
why
all want
have
it
to
all
be
for nothing.
I mean, and then that's the part of being a customer. If you just sat and said, fine, I'll take those increases and weren't mad, then what are you doing? Like, you should be annoyed. You should be annoyed anytime anything goes up. But in general, I do have to add, Rouvy's website to game interface is
their
by
whole
far,
ecosystem is really good. Their whole ecosystem is
they're by far the best cycling app out there by a giant margin for their user interface and how it integrates between the website and the game. Like, amazing.
Yeah. It is pretty seamless. Like, I think, if I remember correctly, if you were logged into the game and you click a link from inside the game, it launches a web browser. You do not have to log back. You don't have to log in.
Well, and it works the other way too. If you are on their website and you're looking at routes, because they have that globe route finder, if you find a route and click open in app, it will launch the game directly into, if you find an event, join the pen. It will open up the app and put you in the pen.
Yeah, it's like trusted devices. If it wasn't on a trusted device, then you probably turn that off. You wouldn't want that, right? So
that's actually the main thing I'm looking forward to. Some of my Zwift, diehard Zwift buddies who never leave Zwift, is to see what a proper user interface is like. Because always like, where do you find results on Zwift? Oh, third-party, websites. But anyways, yes, price increases suck. Rouvy does offer things to mitigate the price increases.
Yeah. So we're into it. I'm into it. Obviously, I haven't been on Zwift or Rouvy or Zwift in a while, but can you scroll down on this? How many other?
Just that was it. Just those.
So it's euros, US dollars, Czech kroners, probably British pounds, Canada. So their pricing is not like, I guess, covering all the euros for all the European countries, but they're offering, they must have a lot of people that are doing Rouvy in Australia and New Zealand, because they have their pricing up there. So it's very cool. All right, let's get into Sunday Race Club. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Sunday Race Club.
This week was the same, well, very similar course for the men and women, which they've been kind of alternating the mixing up the women's courses, so they haven't paralleled the men's. But we had it was a tough course. I talked a little bit with Nathan Guerrera after we were done on his stream. Yeah, and he was like same thing I was thinking. It's like nonstop. Every kilometer or two, you got a bump. So like,
was he racing or was it just Gabriel?
No, he raced in Cat 2.
He raced. Oh,
yeah,
he was okay, yeah.
Wait, yeah, he was moved up to Cat 2. Yes, he was moved up to Cat 2. But yeah, this course was really tough. And I just personally, for me, I've been getting my butt kicked with the past few that I've done. And this race, I actually held in with the front group until the final climb, and I actually, for me personally, did very well. I know Holly, she placed 7th, I want to say. But this was a really fun, really hard course. It's one of those ones that like I was saying there, it just keeps coming at you. Like there's always something, and you never know if the group is going to attack. You never know if it's going to be chill. Like a couple of the things, I went to the front, and you look at the watts, and it's like I'm doing way more watts per kilogram than everyone else. It's like, what the hell? It was really interesting race to read, and it was a little bit smaller group. I think we had 40 today. We have been having just closer to 50, but still,
it is the summer.
Race.
It is the summer.
Yeah.
So
and something as well, paralleling with Sunday Race Club, that's coming up. There's a new update coming, and there's a screenshot.
Reckless speculation, or this is confirmed?
Well, I got it from a good, I guess, a good source within.
So reckless speculation.
Yeah, it's not 100% confirmed. I haven't seen it, but it looked like a MyWoosh little release. You know how they typically put them out. We're going to get sorting in categorized events. There's no more guessing where the hell I'm at in Cat 4. There's no more, so we're finally going to be able to see.
They're going to take it on the back end to sort instead of having people honor system sort. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm talking about when you're racing and you have 1 to 185 people, and I'm 61st. Well, I don't know if I'm 4th in Cat 4. I don't know if I'm last in Cat 4. That's what I mean. Like in the leaderboard, it's going to show your category.
Okay, this is a UI. This is a UI or a HUD.
So it'll
display.
still be mass start. Well, essentially mass start like it is now. Each category will go off, but you will be able to sort by your own group. So if you're Cat 4,
setting. Oh, here we go. Okay. Own category filter. So it's a filter in nearby list of categorized events.
Right.
That is very cool. That is something we've been asking for quite a while.
Scott just asked in chat, will participants, so like if you're in the same team, wear the same kit or whatnot? That part, I don't know. I don't know if you're going to have all the same Cat 4 kit or not. So yeah, we have it pulled up here. So there's some things coming, and one thing that they
into MyWoosh,
is monthly missions and challenges. So
that's a great idea, because the monthly missions in Rouvy suck me in.
Oh yeah,
and I end up always doing them, and I ride way more than I normally would because I'm like, I gotta finish this.
Yeah.
And I've seen a few things. Apparently it's in the game. I didn't notice today because when I was warming up, my stupid shifter decided the cable to pop out of the whatever the hell is inside the shifter. The cable came out of it. So I spent 15 minutes taking apart the shifter, getting it back in and going. But I didn't pay attention. But I've seen screenshots, people asking in the Facebook group, hey, what's this mission thing? Hey, what's this mission thing? And they said it's coming imminent. And this release is kind of showing there's also a treasure hunt. So I don't know if treasure hunt is being replaced by missions or it's something separate. So hopefully over the next few updates, we will get the missions. Well, obviously the missions are coming next, but then the treasure hunt.
But boosting engagement will be huge, because I think that's the sort of thing that helps separate some of these platforms. Yeah, is different engagement. Like Lee, we know, loves the Rouvy. He'll do the Rouvy
I like the
stuff.
Challenges and stuff.
Yeah, you like the challenges. And
to me as a gamer, that's sort of what drives me, is like, oh, June challenge. You need to ride 200 kilometers and 2,000 meters of elevation. Okay, no problem.
Exactly.
And you get bonus XP when you complete it. So sure, I'm in.
And that's kind of like right now with MyWoosh for me. Like, it's beautiful. It looks great. But there's like, I've completed all the challenges. Well, all the achievements within the thing, except for like, I forget the whatever number of hours to ride, and then getting to level 50 and whatever, like those achievements. But like the ones that are achievable, completing the routes, doing this many workouts and things like that. Like, I've kind of lost interest because I ran out of them. I'm down to like maybe 8 left to do.
What would be something that would boost your engagement?
Well, just like the season challenge things like that. Like we haven't had a world update, a new world in MyWoosh, and we haven't had the new season with the challenges for that.
So like the the thing that they introduced back in like seemed like September last year.
Yeah.
Which was more of the like having those more frequently, a seasonal like a whatever quarterly season of stuff to do that you really you'd like doing that.
Yeah, it was fun because you gave me a reason to like, hey, I'm going to go do whatever amount of climbing. I'm going to do this route or however the thing was.
So Zwift doesn't do that for everybody.
What?
No, that's I'm asking because
Zwift does the routes, and I enjoy doing the routes until the routes became the same route over and over.
So once you have the badge, you're done with the badge. You're not going to redo the stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they were introduced a XP thing, something like that. Like how do you boost your XP to help level you? There was something
on
like that
Zwift,
on Zwift. Yeah. Right
now they've been doing like do these 5 workouts, you get 2000 XP. Do this route, you get an extra 500 XP. And then I don't know if it's like a long-standing thing because I could care less about XP, so I didn't look at it. But every 4 hours this past week or 2 weeks, they've been doing a boosted XP ride. So it's like a group ride that gets double XP. Yeah. I don't know if it's like
they have like the basic challenges, but it's not.
That's the thing is I'm just saying, are these boosted engagements from Zwift equal to the other games boosted I would say in general,
no. Not.
So the other games are doing a better job of it.
Well, the other games are doing a lot more of it.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Even Watt games. Even though we don't really know much about Watt games, like
I was watching Brian play some Watt games.
Oh,
and he wasn't doing.
He's trying to do what is it?
From
the
a
speed
streaming
run.
perspective, it's funnier and more entertaining. The more times people die. Like if you just went in and killed the boss, you'd be like, oh. But like every time you died, it was like, man, I'm tired. I can't do any more sprints.
Yeah.
Like
it seems like they've taken on the sort of like Dead Souls or Demon Souls or whatever that is, like Bloodborne, where you're constantly dying.
Yeah.
And so that's the incentive. It's like you're supposed to die a bunch, not because of physically it's difficult. One, it's physically difficult, but the game is actually difficult, which is kind of a boost of engagement, right? It's like, hey, I got to go back and be fresh to do this workout.
It's just something so different compared to what anyone else is doing. So it's interesting. And I know the developer appreciated the billion comments that everyone had because there was a lot of like, hey, you should do this. And I'm pretty sure he said that they were taking in, what people had to say. And he says they'll probably be sort of offline for a while because they really want
to go back and do that. Yeah.
They want to fix things. They want to create more levels, continue the game.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
There'll probably be a little bit less, sort of social media interaction by them. But, they kind of opened it up to get a lot of comments, and they certainly did.
Well, that's the early access benefits. Is like, hey, we know where it's like the think tank approach, where it's like, hey, we're gonna put the idea out there, which is we're gonna put the game out there. Then people are gonna use it, and they're gonna give us tons more information that maybe we didn't even think of. And now we're gonna shut down the think tank, and we're gonna go back and build it back up. And then this early access might come into like the beta or like the first whatever.
Yeah, I think this week I might try to do a speed run of Watt games.
Yeah.
Kind of busy with work, but I'm trying to figure out a day that I can just stream for like 3 hours straight and just do all levels back to back to back.
I think right now, like part of like with the challenges Zwift has right now, you have that long ass power challenge, and then the bike upgrades. I think people are enamored over those upgrades. I got an upgrade today on my Zwift carbon bike for extra drops, which are completely pointless. So I was pretty stoked for that.
No, it's not completely pointless for people that need it to a certain extent. Like it's like, hey, I've done this upgrade. It cost me drop. Don't the upgrades cost drops?
Well, okay. So I've done a couple test rides.
You're a double dipper. You're not your average user.
Hey, honestly, this week I've done 4 rides and 3 were single dip. So
no way.
Times are shifting.
Times are changing. Brian's growing up.
So riding with now, granted, not everyone may be able to do this physically, but I rode with Genie, which I think is a 3.7 watt. I averaged 3.0 watts per kilogram. And 2 rides, I've earned over 250,000 drops. I did Coco for 2 hours and I earned 180,000 drops. So if you're riding with pace partners, I've yet to not earn. If you ride 2 rides with your pace partner once you get to once you get to 2.5 time multiplier, I'm earning anywhere from 8 to 16,000 drops every 10 minutes. So like if you're a new rider or someone who needs drops, spend 1 or 2 longer rides riding with a pace partner. That pace partner ride will basically pay for that upgrade.
Yeah, but if you're thinking of it like Diablo, where you can have items that, you know, you get like a legendary item, or you get like some item that offers a percentage more experience points from defeating creatures and stuff. That's a sort of a path for people that not like us, that have had this world built in our, like, we have so many drops, you know, I have so many bikes that I don't even want to use. I want to delete bikes. Where it's somebody starting out, they're like, I'm going to this path. And there's people that break down the paths, probably. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I don't know. Of, you should do this skill tree, upgrade this bike to get the XP, the drops, because you're going to need more drops to buy the more upgrades. So get this and start cranking out more drops, and this will be a bike that'll add to your already pace bot multiplier. Correct?
Yeah.
Is that that's a correct statement?
I'd say so, because early on, like the drop multiplier to any one of us probably makes no sense. But to someone starting out, drop multiplier, need to buff that up. But the bike upgrade is still a hot topic. I mean, I was watching Alan Lowe race today, and he was talking about the upcoming race season and possibly needing a stage 5 TT bike, you know, for racing. And then but he's like, should I go over this bike or should I go? Because I'm pretty sure there's a race series that they're not neutralizing.
Isn't the chasing people? The chasing people don't neutralize, right?
They just announced that WTRL ZRL racing will allow upgrades. So this coming ZRL
how
season,
is this not top story?
Where's
the breaking news? Where's the breaking news?
Yeah. I was trying to find
I forgot about it until you said that.
We missed it last week because it was
upgrades.
This is a Father's Day thing.
Yeah.
All right, bring up the article. Let's watch. So they went back on there. No, we're not doing it, because I bet you. Hopefully, good. The community said, "Hey, we're spending all this time." Or no, it's the show. This show drove home the why are you neutralizing something that is probably the most interesting thing in Zwift right now, is people's sweat and hard work to unlock these bikes, and then you can't use them in the most popular race series on the game. This show, I'll give it. The show has clout.
That's it.
Chat's going, no. This show has no clout. All right. Zwift Racing, it's time to upgrade your bike. So here we go. This is on June 16th. Oh my God, that was like last week.
And right now, I read a Zwift Insider article basically saying the Tron bike ain't going to matter. Well, I'm going down the Tron bike path right now, just out of pure curiosity, because it's already a decent bike on most things, unless you're actually climbing, like the Epic, like I'm riding behind me right here.
Yeah.
So I'm going down that. I've got maybe 120 more kilometers to go to get my second Zwift bike done, and then I got to figure out what I'm going to do for my third. But regardless, it's kind of fun because I'm in a firm camp that bike choice is a scam. But I've noticed when I've been riding these pace partners and I've been using erg mode, whether I've been doing my heli loop KOM runs or riding it with the erg mode, I did a level 1 Aero, Zwift Aero bike at 320 watts. And I did not get to the front of the Genie group. Now, when I did that with a stage 5 Madone, I was leaving. I was running away from the Genie group, and I lost my multiplier like 4 times because
it's breaking news. Bike scam or bike choice is not a scam anymore. Is that breaking news,
I think the
Brian?
upgrades Yeah.
The upgrades.
I think the
are not a
upgrades
scam.
separate that because
Okay.
I need to when I get a month where I know I can put serious mileage in, I need to pay for Aunt Bev and get her up all the upgrades so I
Okay.
can test level 1 no upgrades versus the upgraded bikes to see any difference.
We haven't had much talk lately about teleporting. So with this whole announcement last week of bikes upgrades are allowed in WTRL and ZRL, is teleporting going to be a thing for all the people that went, oh shit, I didn't upgrade the bikes that I needed to upgrade. Now I have to rush because as of July 3rd, TTTs allow upgraded bikes.
Yeah, so Eric Schlange is he's got it in bold, and you kind of highlighted it.
No, I bolded that.
I know. No,
it's time to get to work.
The font is in bold. You highlighted it with your cursor. But so today, and this is quote. So today, I'm publishing this post as a public service announcement. If you're racing on Zwift but haven't started upgrading your bikes, it's time to get to work. So that means teleporting. That means finding friends that are up at the top of the Alp already. Everything you got going on.
That Zwift.
There he goes. And then you're gonna then we're gonna have the complaining about, oh, you cheated or you skirted the the
spirit.
Thank you, Brian. The spirit of ZRL.
Well, here, a fully upgraded TT bike will be approximately 50 seconds faster across an hour of flat riding. That's a big difference.
Yeah. Maybe they waited on this announcement to get people that are, that are purists, and all the people that are coming in for the ZRL racing.
In real life TTs,
and they're like, oh my
if
God,
I could buy something that gave me 50 seconds, I would buy that.
50 seconds is a lot.
50 seconds in a 1 hour TT on my 40K TT. If I could drop 50 seconds, I'd all in.
I've lost a time trial by 30 seconds, so I would buy 50 seconds for sure to get a better bike. Yeah.
And surprisingly enough, I tested in 2 events I couldn't do the ride at the time to unlock a jersey. So I had a TT bike, join the ride. It threw me on the Zwift steel bike. And I didn't, how we used to be able to, well, I didn't, but there was where you could just sit on the side of the road once you enter an event and gain time for your TT unlocks. It didn't work twice.
I don't know anything about that.
Well, it was discussed.
That's not sarcasm. I have no idea what you just said. You used to wait on the side of the road. You're waiting on the side of the road on a steel bike to get a TT bike?
I'll send you the link, but there was a show called Spincast Cycling that we discussed some of this stuff back in the spring that hopefully you'll get a chance to listen.
I don't listen to other shows. Oh, this is this show. Okay.
It was Tour of Watopia or Tour of Zwift. I can't remember which one it was. Whichever it was, whenever you joined with the time trial.
Same thing. Tour of Watopia and Tour of Zwift.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, go ahead.
You joined with a TT bike, your timer started, and you got the upgrades. Well, I tried it just to see if they actually fixed it because they said they did, and they really did. 2 different events. I late joined on a TT bike, and it switched me to Zwift Steel. So
that's the default. So if you go in with a time trial bike, it'll switch you back to the default road bike. Correct?
Yeah, and I think maybe unless you're doing a specific TT event, maybe that's how you skirt around it, but I don't know. But just the old way guys were doing it, it's not able. So I guess that's kudos to Zwift. If they don't want it, if they actually didn't want it being done, they did something about it.
Yeah. Very cool. My dog just left. Let's see. You want to go into something else? I want to talk about. I haven't done it in a while because I haven't been on the thing, but I know a lot of things have changed in bike Terra. And they did
new H.
Yeah, they asked if we would discuss it. I haven't had a time to look at it, but there's been a new HUD, new upgrades,
You can see things.
You can see things. Things were very small. That's one of the big. As somebody who wears progressives, not on the bike, but currently, some of the fonts, some of the things were small, and they were at the bottom of the thing, bottom of the screen. Excuse me. But a lot of things have been updated, so you can see things. I think you can zoom in too on some of that stuff. Now, we're talking about something I haven't tried, so this is probably gonna be a short segment. But as you can see for the audio only audience, our lovely Matt Gibbs. Oh, they smoothed out. Oh, the rider list is a little bit bigger. Yes. So the ability to see
corners.
stuff. Rounded corners. So yeah, it's a little bit. I like it.
The draft.
Yeah.
The draft and the grade. So it has a grade. Yeah. And they have the start finish line on the grading at the bottom, which I love, and it scrolls. So there's a dashed line that's vertical. That's the start. Then there's the position line, which is a solid sort of gradient line. That's you, so you can kind of know where you are. Then there's a grade sort of circle that has, it's essentially like a half circle, giving you the gradient. So it's 2% or so. And then there's the draft percentage, I'm assuming, instead of the sort of draft shield. I love this. This looks really good.
Well, basically anything that you had to visually read, they've added a bit of gray background.
Yeah.
So you can see it.
Yeah. It separates it
like
from the
you
background.
couldn't see up here how far away you were because it was the exact same color as the clouds.
Right.
So you're sitting there trying to look in a race and go, you know, am I 100 meters back?
The opacity of the gradient behind the menus is still transparent, but they've increased the opacity. So it's probably like 50% opacity or something like that.
Yeah.
And you can choose from the rider list, because I've done events before this. You used to be able to select watts per kilo of what somebody's doing, and then distance. And they fixed the instead of being 0.2 meters, it's now 200 meters. So they change it from like kilometers to actual meters when it gets below 1 kilometer. The HUD, what do we call this? The stats, like your watts, your RPMs, your whatever. What do we call that stuff? Data. The data, that menu, you can increase the size. As you can see previously on the video, if people are watching on the stream, but if people are listening to us on the lovely social channels like Spotify's and just audio only, is you can increase the size, and it increases the size of the map, the profile in the center, and it increases and you can select, oh wow, look at that. Oh, you have it up. You have the game up and running. Yeah, so Lee has it up and running. So you can choose speed. Yeah, there's 8 selectable things to turn on and turn off, toggle on, toggle off. And then 6 data fields, and then 2 other fields, which is the map to the right and the elevation profile, which is in the middle. You can toggle those on and off. And then you can do speed, power, distance, cadence, climb, heart rate, and cadence. Distance, cadence, climb, and heart rate. So customization it's live on Bike Terra. And we know that the Friday, Saturday morning events that happen in the OTR, I think some Australian people. Outside of that, Australia has brought back their OZ racing series, which used to be on RGT. There we go, everyone. Take a good drink of their hydration of choice. So the people, the community in Australia have started to do events on Bike Terra.
Yeah, Friday was race number 8 of 8 for the OTR Age Group Racing.
Yeah. And
it was successful enough that they are talking about continuing on with another series. It was quite fun.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Cool. Yeah, and the Terra forum quality is even getting better and better. The trees look better.
Just looks cool. I think
cool.
Part of this is because this reminds me of playing video games as a teenager with this graphics.
Yeah.
I think that's part of like the nostalgic purposes. Like I keep looking at this and I look at these trees and I look at the pixels and the way they're shaded, and I just enjoy looking at the trees.
Yeah. No, I get it. It looks like it's a game that I liked. Funny. That was you ever play the game Witness? It's a puzzle game with The Witness. It was like an independent guy. He did it on PlayStation. He did it on a bunch of different things, but that's sort of his style. Is this? Okay, that's Bike Terra. That's a quick one on Bike Terra. Now, we did want to touch on, I got posted this by Bjorn, friend of the show. Not BMX. Mountain Bike Mavericks, Mavrix. I posted it in the Discord for you, Lee. So this is not an actual, like...
You got PlayStation game.
Yeah, it's like PlayStation, Xbox, just PC game, but with a controller. But it is a mountain biker. I think he's a professional mountain biker. He's sponsored by Red Bull. He has a Red Bull microphone, and he has a Red Bull hat on. But he has spent 18 months with the developer or himself. We don't know. And he has the first gameplay. So this is the new gameplay. But let's play this, and we'll listen to the audio. Let's play it. Turn on the audio really quick. You can.
For me to talk about this, but this is Mavericks. We've shown a trailer, we've shown a teaser, we've shown not a lot of gameplay, and that's why I'm here with my brother. Look, he just rode past me. He sat next to me on a PC. We've got Jacob as well, so there's 3 of us in this open world. But when you play Mavericks on the 24th of July, when we launch in early access, there's going to be people everywhere in this open world. So I just wanted to make a gameplay video because people have been skeptical. And although we're launching, 5 weeks away, and we're deep in bug fixing now. So this game is full of bugs, which you're going to see in comments about, but we know about them. But I couldn't wait to show proper gameplay. So let me just show you what's going on. I've already unlocked everything because...
Sorry for
my
everyone.
game. I guess that would happen, right?
Only.
This is our open world. It's 10 by 10 kilometers,
It looks like
full of
Grand
trails,
Theft Auto,
tech challenges, free ride trails. I mean, the whole world's rideable, and it's going to be full of people. But you'll have to unlock one region at a time, and in those regions are trails, and then these purple things: Canopy Cruiser, Lady of the Lake. Up here's Poop Shoot. They're tech challenges. When you complete them for the first time, you learn Moolah.
Right, mute him.
And
Let's
Moolah
just
is
play
our
and talk over
currency.
it.
And if you come to...
But the cool thing about him is like he is super hyped to show this off, and it's cool. It has they have Moolah, that's what they call it, Moolah, to buy stuff. Now, I'm not a mountain biker. I've done mountain biking, but I'm like a roadie. I'm not against mountain bikers, but he seems super hyped. It's super cool. They have cool stuff. Yeah. They have first person stuff. This is not for the smart trainer. I think he would be interested in getting people that are into smart trainers to use this, but just outside of just doing a game. It's like I'm not a skateboarder anymore, but doing a skateboarding game was always fun. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, it's just for PlayStation or computer with a controller. It's like a regular video game, Smith. But this is something that Zavarese and I were talking about. Look at the graphics that this guy has. And this is an actual downhill, warm-up course at Snowshoe, West Virginia, right behind me. And here in a second, once he goes downhill, it's phenomenal how similar that this looks compared to this game. The level of graphics that this
is West Virginia.
Has, yes. Well, I don't know where he's at, but I'm just saying
in comparison.
Yeah. Okay. Just the real world above me is so similar to what we're watching in this game. It's insane what this guy's developed. And what he say, 18 months? It's incredible.
Looks fantastic.
It looks great. Yeah. The environments look great. I mean, we were just looking at Bike Terra.
I would recommend people actually go and watch it because what the screen we're sharing, it doesn't look it looks okay.
It looks
but actually how crisp it is.
Yeah, this is all compressed.
When you watch it on 4K is totally impressive.
Yeah.
You get on the little lift. Dude, the lift even looks good.
Yeah.
Dude, we need to reach out to this dude and say, hey, can you integrate smart trainer stuff? Because then if you have that's the thing about Grand Theft Auto bike, whatever it was called, that mod, is it was on rails, but you could turn off the rails and go free ride. You can ride with the trainer and then have a joystick where you could ride around free ride. And I remember I would used to go climb the mountain and go and just, bomb the hills, like he's kind of doing right now. Man, look at the details of just the sign of the downhill, over on the right. It looks like a nice little billboard.
It looks like you could actually zoom in and see.
I was going to say, it says leaderboard on that. I wonder if it lists your...
I bet you it does.
That's cool.
Dude, I can't. What did he say? It was July 24th. The thing is,
Yeah,
he's like a good hype man for his own game. Man, we need some hype. We need some, like, if Zift or Bike Terra. I mean, Anselo and Matt are pretty hype. They're like, oh yeah, this is only in chat. I've never spoken to them in real life. But this guy's like, because he's a mountain biker, and mountain bikers are always hyped. They're always like super stoked. They're like surfers. They're like surfers and what are the other guys? Motocross. They're like, oh yeah, get hooked. You look at this, man. Just the speed of going around, like the peripheral. Super fast. So it's fun. It's like arcadey fun. It's not simulated fun, but it looks real, like a simulation. Like, this is all downhill, but I would love to see, you know, a mountain bike course where you're like, okay, you're doing short track races, where it'd be like a crit race on a trainer, but you're going up and down and up and down. Dude, this, I think there's a place for smart trainers to stay on the rails, not have to go, you know, like, this is like, he's doing jumps and he's choosing the right line that he wants to do, and he's doing little tail whips and stuff like that. But if we could get this on, like, we get a mod of this on rails to go, hey, we're going to do a short track race.
And it's available for PC.
Well,
like, I think that we could have a PC version that we could just, you know, do the trails and whatnot. And if we could have a steering hack, holy shit, with our plays.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think in general, like, even if you didn't have to steer, but you still had to pedal and accelerate out of turns, like, this would be a great interval workout. Yeah.
Or even braking in the, what is it? The berms. Cause he was talking about the berms at the beginning of this video.
Mm-hmm.
So, so go back, rewind that.
Wow.
So if you're just like, for all the people that are watching or listening to it on audio, I'll try to explain this, but like, he's on the top of a cliff, or he's on the top of a mountain. There's like a bunch of grass and there's a trail. So stop right here, right there. But look off into the horizon for the people that can see it. Like, as soon as he goes off the trail and he's in the air, he's like airborne. Like, you're really looking, like, when you're riding, you're looking at where you're going to land. But since we're spectators, you could look out and see so much more on the horizon. Their environments are insanely detailed.
Into the distance.
Yeah, way into the distance. Like the foothills way further off. There's like rock terraform coming up. There's even a really great cloud. Yeah, the lake even a little bit closer. So then play it again. Like, if you're just listening to this on audio, you got to go find this video. It's the revealing first Mavericks raw gameplay. Go search for that on YouTube. So hit play. So he's gonna slow motion. He hits, but look at that! Like, all the trees.
That's cool.
And the guy jumps over him.
Yeah, jumps over him. There's other. Yeah, it's like a Fortnite style. Like, everyone's on the trail. It's not like, because you're not gonna crash and hurt yourself.
And it's it looks like a chest mount GoPro video.
Yeah.
Like that you'd watch of people mountain biking.
Yeah, and it's cool how, like, when the bars, because you can see the bars when he's in the first person. It's like it is like a chest mount, but he has created like a smooth transition from the edge of your arms to nothing. Like, they made it like invisible, and so when it gets too close to the camera,
person to first person, pretty seamlessly.
Mm-hmm. That's really awesome.
This is really cool. Yeah, I don't care about going this fast. I'd rather go up the climb than down. But
I'm old. It's making me nauseous.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. He's got sponsors. He's got Mavericks, that's the name of the game. But he's got Red Bull sponsor. I think he had a Insta. There's like
the Insta
360, which is like the GoPros or the
yeah.
But then he showed a whole shop and everything. So go back to the like I think it was a little bit where he talks about Moolah. Right, maybe right about there, 30, 40 seconds in. But if he has a closet where you can hide and delete stuff, I don't know. This might be the new
Mavericks mod.
This is going to be the new fall of the summer, or fall of the the new game of the fall, because people are already outside riding. So, all right, anything else? We got about 10 minutes left.
It's like almost July and I'm still indoor riding.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
I was trying to indoor ride, but I was very busy in New York. But I brought my stuff. I just couldn't find the. I didn't take the time to find the gym.
Matt Jones
to go do
gets Bjorn's seal of approval.
Oh yeah,
Great guy.
Great. Oh, dude. He sounds hyped. He's a good hype person for his own game, and the game looks cool. So yeah. Oh no, there was a third game. There's a third. Oh no, there's a new game. Casey did it. Now we can touch on it, and then we'll have Casey sort of do it.
Oh yeah.
The arcade simulator, which is another. It's a Bjorn.
The early access.
Bjorn knows everything. Bjorn is like the oracle of these games. He finds the little things.
Yeah, actually,
it's
I wrote
simulator.
it for about 3 minutes before the OTR Age Group Race. And it was interesting. I didn't have I don't really want to talk about it too much because I didn't have a long enough time to like actually figure stuff out. Like I paired sensors, got in the game, pedaled, my guy moved forward, and then I was like, oh, OTR race, and had to like
that
leave.
was it? Okay. You don't want to. Okay, then what's your first impression? How easy was it to connect your sensor? First of all,
it was very easy, but it was very early access, like early access.
Okay, where did we get this?
There was words over top of other words trying to click icons.
Okay. Oh yeah.
But my guy pedaled. He moved. The graphics were, I would say,
good enough.
Better than RGT.
Wow. First RGT or second RGT?
Second RGT.
Oh, okay.
Graphics were decent. My guy
RGT's been dead for 2 years, so maybe RGT would have got better. But
well, it's sort of like the basic of Unity.
Did they have chin straps?
Chin straps
on the helmets? No. All right.
But yeah, I was like 3 minutes. Pedaled, guy moved forward. It worked, but that was as far as I got.
What's the concept of the game?
There's like racing, there's track racing, there was sort of arcade style racing against other people. I don't know if it's multiplayer. I didn't even go in that far. See if I can pull it up on Steam here, because it is available. I honestly don't even remember what the name of the game was.
I think it's Arcade Cycling Simulator.
Yeah, Cycling Arcade Race Simulator on Steam.
I'm already voting for a new name. That's bad. That's a bad name.
I was just waiting for you to say that.
Come on.
I was waiting. That's funny.
That's the technical break. That's like the under the hood name. The like what's the acronym of that? Is there even a better acronym? Was it bicycle?
SARS.
SARS? Yeah, SARS. SARS is a better name. I'm gonna go and ride SARS tonight. Okay, what's that? It's a cool new cycling simulator arcade game. Oh, great, cool. It's like Indie Velo. Never a fan of Indie Velo.
Training Peaks Virtual.
Or that either. Training Peaks Virtual is not one. It should be like something cool. I want a cool name. I think Zwift is one of the best names. It's like it's a verb and a noun and an adjective. It's become something now.
My Whoosh is pretty cool.
No, Whoosh is, but they don't own the rights to Whoosh. Somebody else, some other game owns Whoosh. That's why I had to add my Whoosh.
Oh, is that the reason?
That's just my theory because I went and looked for. I did it when I first was figuring this out. This is when it was still on mobile. I did it.
Yeah, it was
like this is like this is like 2020. I was like, oh, somebody else, because I just wanted all things. That's how I found RGT, and that's how I found other stuff. I was just like, we're stuck in a garage for a year, and I'm like, oh, Whoosh. I searched for Whoosh, and it was like a regular game. It was like a game on the App Store, and it was like my Whoosh. I'm like, oh, okay, well then they probably don't have the rights to, or they don't want to pay for the rights to buy the name from the other company, or they don't not selling it, and that's why we have my Whoosh.
Yeah.
Instead of like I Whoosh or E Whoosh. Remember when somebody had a name in the in the .com world, it was like E Whoosh or I Whoosh. It was the I Whoosh. So, all right, Lee, did you find it up? I've stalled long enough.
No, it's only on Steam. You can't actually. If you go into Steam and look it up, you can watch videos of it, but I can't share the videos from Steam to show.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem like to be a website or anything.
So it's so new. We barely know about it.
Ridden 3 minutes.
Yeah. Well, it has more time ridden been, what was that one that was the cool Peloton? No. Peloton. What was the one that looked like looked amazing? As soon as RGT was dying, it was like, oh, this is the new one.
Oh.
The one that looked, it was like, oh, this is going to look sweet. It's not Rolla, but it was like, wasn't it like, it wasn't like a Peloton. It was like a single name. It was like Fondo. It was Fondo.
Fondo, yeah.
Fondo.cc.
Yeah.
Fondo was the one that was Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
And the screenshots looked unbelievably amazing.
It looked awesome. And then it was like, they just crushed our hearts. Not coming out, buddy. What? We signed up. We signed up.
Yeah, we were ready.
Yeah, we were ready. All right. We can end on, let's end on, we can end on that. Anything else? Is there any, do we want to venture into the world of chat? If they have any questions?
Well, we had one question from chat asking if there is currently too many cycling trainer apps.
Yes.
It feels like there's many people are trying to be like Zwift, but only better. And honestly, I would totally agree with that because they are all kind of doing the same thing. Like you pedal your bike and you do training and you do racing. Now, some apps have more sensors than others, but there's only 2 at the moment. Watt Games is doing something totally different.
Yeah.
And Rouvy is doing something the same, but it's real life video. So it's kind of different because it's real life video, but in general, they're all...
Yeah, the Rouvy is not a virtual world. Rouvy is just augmented reality on top of videos.
AR things
their AR
is
on
off.
Top. Yeah, so it is not a virtual world. Everything else is pretty much a virtual world.
Well, I think that's what got us so hyped on Watt Games because it's totally different, completely. I mean, you are pedaling, but the premise of the game is a game.
The first taste, at least for me, was fun. Watt Games was hard. That damn Tyrannosaurus Rex, whatever that thing was chasing me.
No.
Doing those, dude, that was hard as hell. But
no, it wasn't.
It was not hard?
No, that was easy. You get the level 3 Minesweeper action. Then we'll see what you think after that little Tyrannosaurus Rex chased you. Oh,
well, what kind of, okay, you're Mr. Let's talk about watts. And you're like, oh, I have to do 250 watts. Dude, do my watts and see how hard it is. I had to do like 600 watts for like a minute.
I don't know. I had like 500 on some.
Okay,
so
okay, all right.
My baby watts.
Yeah.
But,
your little, yeah.
But
did you set your FTP? Oh wait, were you double dipping or was it FTP set at a low?
Oh no. So I did the first 2 stages at 200 FTP just as a let's see what this is.
You made it easy.
And then I did 2 at full FTP and failed, died a lot. And then I was like,
there we go. That's more accurate. Thank you.
Well then,
it was easy. And then I really did it and it wasn't easy. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I have video proof that I went back through and did stage or mission 1 and 2, 0 deaths, full FTP. So, all right. But then
let me just
tried.
Lee, be the judge of this. He opened with, no, it's easy. Then he said, oh yeah, I set it at 200 watts, which is he said it easy
FTP.
at the first time. Yeah. So I believe your first comment is it was easy. When I first did it, I'm sure he has. I know. I'm just giving him a hard time, but I'm saying that.
Well, I think Brian's at a slight disadvantage because aren't you on a single ring?
Yeah, I just have a. Oh, so the something that Watt Games is putting in is kind of like the what I had put into Indie Velo is the base resistance, because on some of the challenges, my gearing a 46 front ring and then regular like 11 to 32 cassette I think I have on this in here. I can't get 400 watts under 75 RPMs. So they're going to add when you connect your trainer, basically got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 level to increase the resistance. Because the way and get this, someone else in the Discord said this, they're using the Wahoo app to set the resistance at a certain gradient, just like I do. And I'm like, heck yeah, I do the same thing. So I run a 3% gradient when I do Watt Games to allow me to have enough power.
Yeah, because with the single
2 times.
ring in that particular boss fight, where you had to either be like over 500 watts but under 95 RPM or over 95, you couldn't go over 95 RPM without also doing 600 watts.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the gearing choice. Like Casey, when he was doing it, he was flopping between big ring, small ring, big ring, small ring, between those two phases, which you almost have to. Like the single ring kind of limits you, which is interesting because you're trying to do the game mechanics, but you're gearing limited.
Yeah, the stage 3 is that caught me off guard.
Okay.
So we'll see what Kellison's review is.
All right. Well, I haven't got there. I've only gotten to 2. But the question from chat or question from wherever, are there too many? Yes. Is that a good thing? Yes. Right? Because we're pushing everyone else. Like it's hopefully lighting a fire under Zift, lighting a fire under all the other people. Like Rouvy is like doing their thing, but they're like, you know what? We're raising our prices because we want to raise our prices because we need to, because they're probably going to do stronger infrastructure, all these other things, you know, back end stuff. But do we want just one? I know we're over here, but do we want just one?
I feel like Zift doesn't, like we care, and we're like, yeah, it's good that there's lots because it puts pressure on Zift, and I think Zift doesn't really even care at all. They're like,
they will
whatever.
care when people start leaving.
Yes, that's true.
And
So-
you left. I don't know.
left.
I'm barely on it. You know, and it's like
I talked about that a little bit today. Is like the Zift just wants people riding. They don't care. They just want that subscription. They really don't care about. They just do enough to keep people happy. Because all the Ant Bevs out there just want to get on and talk about their cats and dogs.
But if there's nobody else making something, it's like you have this goes back to my thing when I talk to like other streamers. It's the one restaurant in town.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm in town. There's only one restaurant. There's nobody else that can give me an option. If I need to go out to go to a restaurant, I have to go to this restaurant. If the restaurant is not that good, I'm like, okay, well, this is what I have to do. But if there's other restaurants, like, oh, well, there's a new one opening up. That sort of causes a little commotion to go, hey, I like going to this one better than the other one. And that will hopefully force the one restaurant that's been sitting there on its laurels to do better, to sort of keep those customers.
Well, I know
Zift has done a lot
in my
of
own
good.
like local small riding group, 2 people have gone to my whoosh. I've gone to Rouvy.
Mm.
You know, so I mean that's just in my small group. So I imagine elsewhere it's similar.
Yeah, and I think Zift itself has been the king of the mountain for so long that I don't think that they've been, I don't know what the right word would be, because my whoosh has come along.
Complacent?
Ruby's surprised me, and a couple of other smaller ones which have
Like Terra.
like Training Peaks and Bike Terra. Zift is just kind of sitting there like, yeah, we're not worried about it. They're almost like, think they're too big to fail. So that's where I kind of see they are.
Yeah, the other thing that comes into that is, they're too big to fail, but people probably want more, but they're just, okay, well, this is where everyone is. I'll just do this.
Yeah.
And it'd be nice if they push themselves, if Zift pushed themselves to go, hey, we want to be better. Maybe they are. Maybe maybe your reckless speculation is more stuff's coming, and all of a sudden, this huge, what is it? Tsunami of great stuff is like, oh wow, we've been waiting on this for years. We're finally releasing for everybody. Awesome. But most of the time, it's it's like no whammies.
That's part of our jadedness is we've all been around it long enough where we keep thinking that, well, maybe it never happens, but maybe we will be surprised one day.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be nice. It would be nice all of a sudden if there was a September Zift 2.0 announcement and it was like fantabulous.
We've talked about this where they don't have. I feel that they could do a little, like they did their Mallorca thing. Did anything from the game come out of the Mallorca thing? I know we're going way long, but I don't mind. This is a good topic to talk about.
I heard news.
They should have had, hey, here's the people that are Mallorca. We're announcing all of this stuff that's coming, Boom, because they had all the press there. They brought people there. They should have had them going, hey,
PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, and be like,
click, click,
hey,
this
I
is
know
what
you're
we're
here.
doing.
Yeah, I know you're here for real stuff, and we want you to enjoy real stuff because we're bringing, like, you can do your rides outside and you can integrate it into the game. But here's what's going to happen in the game. So get hyped about the game and tell everyone to be hyped about the game. And it was just like nothing. The Mavericks guy sounded more hyped for showing a little bit of gameplay than the entire like Zwift marketing team.
Yeah.
It should have been like, we want to get hyped. We want you guys to get hyped. So this is what we got coming on. Instead of like, you know what? I would love to hear. You know what would make me happy, in which no one else will be happy, but I will be happy. April 1st, they do the damn bird bug again, and I would enjoy that for a month. And be like, oh, guess what? We're good at doing a bird bug for a month. That would make me. That would be like high art. On that note, let's get out of here.
Art.
Save your questions for next week.
We need to get Dr. Weebles back to ride New York City with that, just to see that anger.
Oh yeah, that was good. I remember I sat in the pin for 25 minutes or whatever it was, just letting it go, and people on my stream were like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm doing exactly what Zwift wants me to do. They want me to sit in the pin and listen to this." And everyone's like, "Oh, just turn." A bunch of people were like, "Oh, just turn off your windows." I'm like, "I'm not turning it off." Out of spite. Out of spite.
Awesome.
It was a very Seinfeld bit. We've gone 7 minutes over, but I wanted to get that out of my system. But I think that's the sort of thing, is like, how in the world, the Majorca thing, nothing from the game came out of it. Unless I missed it.
I don't. There was some stuff, but I don't even know if I could find it quick enough to see. Maybe I'll look at it over the next thing. Oh, something I do want to touch that I brought up the last time we were on when I was outside. Like, this is totally switching topics, but I just remembered. I had said that my Whoosh hadn't paid money.
Oh, right. Yeah. Your reckless speculation.
So I know this is coming at the end, and I almost basically forgot. I talked about it on stream and Discord. But so on May 29th, I go to the mountains. Limited cell phone service. Well, actually, no cell phone service, limited Wi-Fi. So I'm kind of out of it. Come back. My grandmother passed away, so I was busy with that. And then I do the show. Oh, thank you. I do the show. I say this. Well, in that span, no one had said, hey, I just got paid for January and February. So on May 28th, my Whoosh had sent out payments. And
but they're paying on a regular cadence.
Yeah, everyone was complaining in the little chats I was involved with.
All right. Once again, we're going to end on the show. We're going to end the show. Do not listen to chat. I can't believe we took one question and we went long with it. But now Brian just proved a point. Don't listen to chat. Go to the source. Go to the source.
It was coming from multiple different people and different sexes. I was like, something's going on. So I emailed my Whoosh, and now I feel like a damn idiot because they paid out.
If you had a group buy for membership, would you allow me in?
I would.
Thank you. We'll leave on that note. Lee, not going to do it, but that's all right. Thanks everyone for tuning in this week. Great time. Oh, the raid. She just walked behind you. The raid has taken a break. We're out of here. That's the signal for us to go. We're going too long. Thanks everyone. Lee's about to get grounded. We're talking too long during the raid. I'm just joking. All right. On that note, everyone, take care. Have a good night.
Hey.